Okay, my name is Dr. BJ. As I told you, I'm a program director for this particular program. So introduction to the program. This Masters of Business Administration in Healthcare Management is considered as an MQF level 7, and the mode of delivery of this program will be conventional. Okay, so when I say conventional, we also improvise on this conventional where we are implementing hybrid mode, which is we're having a physical with real-time online classes. And the total credit that you need to complete to get this master's is 46 credits. And this master's program is offered as a full-time as well as part-time mode. Below on the table, you can see that the duration for the full-time, the minimum that you will take to complete this particular program is 1 year, 3 months, or we call 15 months, up to 3 years. If you're doing part-time, it's going to take up around 2 years and 3 months, which is around 27 months, up to 6 years. These are the team who are involved on BHM or Master's Program in Business. We have 4 of us, as one of them joining us today as a speaker is Professor Dr. Adina Sulaiman. And we have Associate Professor Dr. Zulkarnain Zakaria, bin Ismail, and myself as the Program Director. And this postgraduate business in healthcare management program are divided into 3 stages. We call postgraduate certificate of business in healthcare management program. Number 2, postgraduate diploma of business in healthcare management program. And 3rd, masters of business in healthcare management program. As a potential student, you can enroll in any one of these 3. You can enroll in PGC, or you can enroll in PGD, or you can enroll in masters itself. Why we have these 3 stages? Because we are offering what we call multiple entry and multiple exit. Okay, right? So for example, let's say after listening to today's session, you want to test our program. Okay, you don't want to go for masters, but you want to test our program, you can register for what we call the postgraduate certificate, which is for full-time, it will take 6 months and you'll be completing 6 modules. After completing this postgraduate certificate, and you are comfortable with the program and you think that you can proceed to the next stage, you can proceed to postgraduate diploma or directly to masters, depending on your choice, depending on the time that you have to complete the program. That's one way. Another method is that you enroll as a PGC, complete the 6 module in 6 months, then you want to take a break. Let's say you want to take a break for 2 years or 3 years. You are allowed to do that. Then you want to come back and complete your master's. So you can exit after completing PGC and you can come back after 2 years to complete your master's program. Right, that's the second method. Third method, you can register to dedicated programs. So it means you want to register for masters, you register for just for masters. If you want to go for postgraduate diploma, you register for postgraduate diploma. Right? The certificate, you register for postgraduate certificate. These are 3 methods that you can use to enroll in our master's program, postgraduate diploma program, as well as postgraduate certificate program. Right? So if you're doing postgraduate certificate, it will take 6 modules to complete within 6 months. If you're doing postgraduate diploma, it'll be taking 10 months with 10 modules, okay, which is 6 modules from here, plus another 4 modules extra to complete your PGD in healthcare management. If you're moving to masters in healthcare management, it means 6 from PGC plus 4 from PGD, then you'll be having another 3 modules to complete your master's program. So this is how it's stacked, right? You can see this particular table, right? These are the 13 modules that we offered. Okay, if you're doing postgraduate certificate, you'll be doing the first 6 modules, right? If you're doing postgraduate diploma, okay, what happens is that you're doing this 6 modules plus 1, 2, 3, 4 modules, which is completing for PGD. If you're going for masters, it means 6 plus 4, then you will plus another 1, 2, 3 to complete your master. Right, that's why we're having this multiple entry, multiple exit, so that the students can come in and can do and complete their program whenever they want, right? Right, and the delivery of lectures, as I said just now, is conventional, but we are moving forward with the hybrid mode, which the classes are conducted in IMU face-to-face, and also that particular class are linked in real time online. It means if let's say you can't come to the class, if you're having something today, right, you always can join online, as you can see on the far left on this particular side. Classes are conducted physically, and students also can connect virtually and participate in a real-time class. So this is one way of what we call as a giving an option for adult learners. Even though you're not there physically, you still can join virtually to listen all these lectures. And all the lectures will be recorded and will be uploaded on the eLearn portal, where the student can download and can listen and can view anytime they want in their free time. Apart from this lecture delivery, we also do industrial visit. Okay, we are not only class-based education. We are providing students what we call as experiential learning, which allow the students to have more in-depth understanding about a module. Okay, so we will do few industrial visits. This has happened before COVID. We visited Pavilion. We also visited Glen Eagles. We visited Mount Elizabeth in Singapore, and also we visited CPRC in Johor. Right? Apart from this industrial visit, we also add another value for this particular program where we call guest lectures. We call industrial players, industrial people to come and to deliver the expertise to our students. So we are having class teaching, we have industrial visit, and also we have people, expertise who come and talk about a particular topic, particular module. So all these 3 make our MBA program very unique compared to other programs in the market, right? These are some of the pictures, some of the guest lecturers who come in and give talk to our students. Right? Okay, so what happens when the COVID hit us? Okay, as I told you, we had the industrial visit, but when the COVID hit us, what happened? We moved everything to online. Okay, where we did our programs, our visit, we call virtual visit. We do a lot of guest lectures in online, and some of the guest lectures are listed as on the slide. And after the COVID is ended, now we are coming to normal again, where our classes are becoming more hybrid, where we're having a physical class plus with the real-time online classes, and we have our industrial visit back to normal. Also, we have this, what we call as IMBA Community, which we gather all the alumni, we gather all the students together once a year to celebrate our achievements and also to create a networking between all of us. So this was done in 2022, where our first networking dinner was done in Putrajaya. Right. Apart from this, students also are encouraged to participate in IMU Care, which is we give back to community. We're not only focusing on education, we want to contribute to the community, where we do what we call IMU Care project. And this is done by the student and supported by lecturers here. And this is done in Sarawak with the support of Chaya Mata. Okay, this is done in September 2022. Okay, I need to say this. The students lead, organize, planned, and we as a lecturer supported the program. Okay. And these other activities are done, and you can see on the far right, all the students are there who organized and planned. Okay, apart from that, students also organize CPD programs and also they attend CPD programs. Okay, this is done in Sarawak as well, in Miri. Okay, with NATMA, which is we done emergency response planning communication workshop. Not only for our students, it's also open for public, where the doctors, nurses from Miri and surrounding participated on this particular workshop. Okay, coming for 2023, again, students led and supported by our staff. We are organizing a CPD workshop in Kelantan end of this month, which is focused on disaster preparedness training workshop and simulation exercise. Okay, so this is just to show you, we are not only focusing on education, we are also focusing on developing our student as a whole package, which is they understand about the program, the modules, the practical learning, as well as how to contribute back. Okay, and also we are not stopping at that. We also do a lot of catching up with the students. Okay, this is one activity that we done. Miri, we visited Gua Nia National Park to bond ourselves, staff and student. Okay, right. So that's about my presentation on the program. This is my name and my contact, my email address and my phone number. If you have any questions on the program, you always can drop email to me, or you can put it on the Q&A box now, or you also can text me personally. Right, with that, thank you. Now I call upon Prof. Alina to share about her information about why MBA program. Prof. Alina.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to everyone. Let me just share my screen first, okay? Okay. Right. Okay. I hope everybody can hear me and can see my slides. Right. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what do healthcare managers do, and why you should come and take up the MBA HM program. Okay, so I'm Adina Sulaiman. I'm actually by profession I'm a medical doctor, and I have a master's in public health and a master's in business administration. Okay, so I'm going to share with you what has happened to me so that you will know what a health manager does. Right. So this is the scope of the content of my talk today. So you must see here that actually this just came out recently that healthcare will become the largest employment sector by 2026, and projections from the US Bureau of Labor Statistics says that there's a high demand for innovative and compassionate healthcare managers. Okay, as we very well know that doctors are only in the small part of the red and the yellow part of this particular healthcare business, okay, as you call it, our healthcare services. So when you see a clinical doctor, you're just seeing those in the smaller boxes below. But you will see that the healthcare is actually the whole population. It starts with keeping the people healthy first, and if possible, not many of them fall sick, so that you don't tax your hospitals and all your clinics and all that. Okay. So as you very well know that our profession is one that is full of responsibility, a lot of sacrifice, but we must always have a service with a smile. Okay. So when a healthcare what is a healthcare manager in this whole setup? Okay, you are actually in the heart of the business side of healthcare. You are in charge of all these things, budgeting, scheduling, finding ways to improve patient care. You conduct strategic planning, policy making, administrative personnel training, and professional development. You manage and coordinate health services in clinics, hospitals, nursing homes, and even outside there, like insurance companies, humanitarian relief organizations, and also occupational health sector. Okay. So these are the jobs that actually you can go into, okay? So you can be a manager, you can go into records, you can go to billings, you can go into office accounting, information, you can go into even law and ethics and so on, okay? Now, healthcare managers usually they enjoy a long career in all these areas, okay? In the public health, private practice, pharmacies or community health, marketing, finance, policy, analysis, accounting, and telehealth services. Now, if you're looking for a long-term job, okay, one of the things to go into is actually being an administrator or healthcare manager, okay? Without actually losing your clinical skills, you can actually still continue with that, okay? I'll just tell you how I did it, so that you can see how exciting and challenging this world of management is. I started off just after housemanship in the military, and that is where it is strategic planning is always there, because military person has to have strategic planning, and you have to manage your team. Okay, so it was a wonderful 7 years of life as a short commission officer, and I left as a major. I just so happened to actually be there during the communist era, and I managed to because I was during the communist era, I got the very rare Pingat Jasa Malaysia, which is only given to those serving during the communist era. Okay. You can also do a lot of humanitarian relief by actually being going out and helping people in medical relief agencies. You know very well about Mercy, but there are many other agencies around, okay, that you can actually serve. You can even go and serve the UNICEF, United Nations. You can serve WHO. There's so many places that you can go. Okay. Just to show you some scenes, because I was there in Aceh after the tsunami. We Felda Wajah Medical Relief Team, and those were the things that we did. Okay, as a doctor, I saw many patients. I managed immunizations, I managed counselings. Okay, I also manage talking about sanitary and services and all that. You in the setting of a disaster. Okay. And I also went to Balakot in the same year, and there it was cold, and it was really cold, and we had to do a lot of services there for the people there, and there was a different set of diseases that we saw, and we traveled to the mountains to actually set up mobile clinics, okay? And after that, before that, actually, I was actually a clinical coordinator and medical officer at the following clinics and also healthcare groups. And I set up the University Malaya Specialist Center way back in 2002, and made it run. And I was the general manager there for 1 year. I also set up Mawar Medical Center in 1997 to 1998, being the first medical coordinator for that particular group. Okay. And then after that, I joined the academic line. I've served as a lecturer in UITM, MASA, and UPNM. 3 of them, I set up the medical school, the Faculty of Medicine. All right, so there was a lot of management there, okay, a lot of dealing with MQA, and we're dealing with the human resource, okay, and KPIs. It was really challenging, but it was really fun, and I actually enjoyed every single minute of it. Okay, and the people working with people, actually, you really feel the compassion. You really feel caring for the people. You actually know that actually every single person has a different he's a different being, and they have their own uniqueness, and they have their own family problems, but you have to be, how to say it, aware, and you have to know how to handle them. Okay, right. So now, reasons why you must take a healthcare management degree, or why you want to. Okay, so after the pandemic, healthcare jobs are definitely increasing. Okay, many people are looking at us now. Okay, of course, you can earn more money, you can strengthen your resume, you can become a leader and decision maker in the healthcare industry. Okay, so that's this particular lecture is about being a leader. Okay, so it may be good, okay, to take up this particular degree if you're already working in healthcare management, already have an undergraduate degree in healthcare and would like to advance your career. You need not necessarily be a doctor. Okay, if you're a doctor, yes, good. But if you're any other degree also, you can still come into this program. You work on the clinical side of healthcare, okay, or you are interested in business management, want to enter the healthcare industry, or you have a passion for the healthcare industry but do not want to pursue clinical work. Okay. Now, just now Dr. Vijay has talked about the MBA program. If you want to test out this particular program, you can come for just the micro credential course first to test it out and see that you can still get a certificate for this, and this you can actually carry forward and transfer over in case you decide later on to join the MBA program. You don't have to take this module anymore. Okay, so this program is actually will tell you a little bit about strategic management. Okay, this a lot about strategic thinking, how to handle your competition and all that. All right. So this particular course is over 6 weeks period. Okay, 120 hours. It is taught in semester 1 of the MBA HM program. It is launching, this is wrong. This is launching next year in 2023. Okay. There was a 1-year delay because of certain issues. Okay. So it is part of the accredited program of MBA HM. So if you want to decide to try it out, just to see how we are teaching you all, test it out first and then decide whether you want to come for it. Now, this is just just some people that have actually come out of healthcare management degrees, and they are now presidents and CEOs of big companies. They are dealing with billions of dollars. They're dealing with so many services. They are dealing with thousands of people who are working under them, 26,000, 27,000. And it is, I told you, it's an exciting world, okay? So just remember that people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And this is a very important part when you are a leader and you are a manager and you are a doctor. So it's okay. So I feel that that's all for my particular talk today. And this is my contact number in case you want to ask any question. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prof. Adina. Thank you very much. Yes, I think the Prof. Adina was given a good explanation why and how the MBA really helps her moving from the clinical side to the management side, and how she set up two big hospitals, Mawar as well as the UMSC. And also I need to highlight here that Prof. Adina said that strategic management as a micro credential. Yes, we also offer that as a testing for the students. They can come in for one particular module and to gain experience and also to understand how our programs are run. Then this particular module, if you pass, that particular module can be excluded when you're continuing for MBA program later. Right? So thank you, Prof. So with that, now I invite Dr. Tay Ling as our current student, how she is progressing throughout this particular MBA program. Yes, Dr. Tay?
Right. Thank you, Dr. Vijay. Good evening, everyone. I'm here today to share my journey and experiences with pursuing the MBA HN program and how it has helped me to unlock my leadership potential. So firstly, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Vera Tay, or Tay Ling. I've experience in the healthcare industry since pre-university until current date at multiple levels, from sales in healthcare retail to hospital administrative, as well as management, and of course in clinical settings of a hospital. So I've witnessed firsthand the challenges as well as opportunities that come with managing healthcare organizations. And I realized that to drive meaningful changes and lead with confidence, I needed to enhance my knowledge and skills. So especially in business administration, specifically tailored to the healthcare sector, which is why I enrolled in this program. Can I have the next slide, please? So this is some of my personal bio. Healthcare retail in the home care. I think home care sells healthcare appliances and all. And then as a secretary assistant in the medical administration in Penang Adventist Hospital for about a few months. And later on as a house officer as well as medical officer in Hospital Putrajaya, 2021 to 2023. And recently I've joined Dream Clinic in Penang as an aesthetic doctor. Next slide. So the decision to pursue MBA HM, as I said, when I first embarked on this MBA journey, I knew that the healthcare industry was one of the most dynamic and challenging field. So constantly evolving as well to meet the needs of an ever-changing society. However, I soon realized that the complexities and intricacies of the healthcare management went far beyond that what I have imagined. So, which is why I decided to pursue MBA HM to make myself more prepared and to be more to meet more challenges. Yep. Next. So pursuing MBA HM was undoubtedly one of the best decisions I've made so far. This program provided me a holistic understanding of the healthcare industry and equipped me with the necessary tools to navigate the complex landscape of the healthcare management. My learning experience during my time in this program, I was exposed to a diverse range of subjects as Dr. Vijay as well as Prof. Adina mentioned. We have different modules, including healthcare finances, strategic planning, operations management, and such. So these courses provided me with a solid foundation of the knowledge as well as skills that I could apply on the real world settings. Moreover, the program itself fostered a collaborative learning environment where all my classmates from different fields, some of them are doctors, nurses, chiropractors, and some of them entrepreneurs with no medical knowledge at all. They come together and we share our knowledge and exchange our ideas and experiences together, further enriching my learning experience. So how a typical day goes, a week prior to the class, information will be shared regarding upcoming topics, usually in WhatsApp group or through Teams, Microsoft Teams. So students are encouraged to do some self-reading to better understand the topics we will be going through. And on a typical day of class, next slide, there are interactive discussions of the topic of interest, and the next one. So discussion will be moderated by lecturers. They will share the technical knowledges and while students share their encounters and personal experience on the topic of interest. Topics are usually catered to real life issues, the modern days, corporate goals and challenges, healthcare policies and day-to-day operations. On some of the days, we have esteemed guest speakers like Dr. Vijay mentioned. They are usually the experts in the field, so they will share the inputs regarding the challenges they have encountered, ways of overcoming them, as well as provide us some practical advices. Some of the days we have field visits, like Prof said, and we have some programs, activities such as team building program that's upcoming in October, as well as we have IMU CAS project, which is a disaster preparation program upcoming. And then some of the days we have group activities as well. The group activities include role playing, problem-based learning, mini games, some mini competitions that we will get. We tackle some of the real-life challenges as well as the issues such as finance, some debates and all. So the solutions are generated among groups, and then we share all of the knowledge and our inputs together as a class. Other times we will present some of our coursework, and then from there we learn from each other. The classes were never dull because there are a lot of varieties and a lot of interesting things going on. I enjoyed best during my class in entrepreneur marketing, especially when our group came up with our business idea. So we gained a lot of knowledge from planning to making strategies to pitching our ideas. It was a lot of fun. And then one of the other gain of this activity is friendship, of course. Our group bonded very well, and on and off we'll still meet up for lunch or dinner or some other activities. So what this program actually brings me, I think, apart from unlocking my leadership potential, some of the key takeaways throughout my journey was the realization that leadership potential exists in every one of us. Masters of Business Administration in Healthcare Management, this program acted as a catalyst, helping me to unlock and develop my leadership abilities. So apart from building a leadership mindset, we get to understand the healthcare ecosystem, develop our interpersonal skills, as well as embracing change, as well as adaptability. Next slide. So in conclusion, my journey in MBA program has been transformative. It has not only expanded my knowledge base, but has also helped me to unlock my leadership potential. I now feel equipped and understand better about the strategic decisions, as well as ready to contribute to improvement of the healthcare services. So thank you. That's all from me. Next, I think I'll invite Dr. Niti.
Right, thank you, Dr. Tay, for your experience sharing. Right. Now I'm inviting. Yeah, I can see few questions in the chat box. We will address all these questions once the presentation ends. Yeah. Right. So now I'm letting Dr. Niti, who is graduated from our program. He enrolled in 2020 as a full-time student, and he completed on time his master's program. Yes, Dr. Niti, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Prof. Thank you, Prof. Adina. Thank you, IMU, for inviting me just to for me to share my experience regarding about my MBA Healthcare Management. Before I start, let me just introduce myself. My name is Dr. Niti. I'm a medical profession by nature. Currently, this is my 13 years of medical practice. As usual, I've started way back in the Ministry of Health. I worked in all the three levels of healthcare, the district, primary, and tertiary care, before I actually moved myself into the private healthcare, where initially I just started as the resident medical officer. Then slowly I moved myself up as an occupational health physician, and I've been promoted as the head of medical services. And that's when I realized I've been engaging a lot of administrative work, of course clinical, but more of administrative. And during that period of time, it was a total realization that me as a doctor, and we communicate, we engage with the major stakeholders like your bosses, your vendors, and your other respective consultant. We have a lot of gaps in the sense of the understanding of the healthcare environment, the micro and the both macro environment of the healthcare fraternity, you see. So there is a gap because everybody talks a different language. And me as a clinician, at that point of time, there's only one thing in front of your mind and your eyes, the patient and the medical jargons. So there's a lot of gap, and we need to make another party understand what you're talking. At the same time, you want to also make them understand what we want to convey. And for that, the MBA in healthcare management really helped us a lot in the sense of, as you can see, it was I would say it's a fantastic journey doing the MBA healthcare management, where it really helped not only me, many of my friends who were there, to bridge the knowledge and the gap among the various stakeholders. So just to quickly summarize what actually I went through, I learned throughout the process. As you can see, we were taught to learn to think strategically when issue and opportunity arise. So when you don't have this MBA healthcare management knowledge beforehand, when we start talking to our superiors, our other stakeholders, we pause to think what they're trying to actually tell you, where they want us to lead in the. Of course, healthcare is healthcare, but at the same time, it's a business driven. So we need to learn how to think strategically when the issue arises. And definitely the MBA really helped us a lot in terms of meetings, budgeting, and also the project. When it comes to projects, we want to build a project. So we have to think strategically how we can help the people, the process, and the product. Yeah. And apart from that, as I mentioned just now, the ability to understand different language. Most of the time, you won't be talking to doctors, you'll be talking to accountants, you'll be talking to economics, you'll be talking to shareholders. So what they're trying to tell you, they will tell you in a different language, where from the other side, you're trying to comprehend what they're trying to tell you, and you have to put them into the clinical settings and the patient settings, where you have to balance the both parties equally. Yeah. So that's the most important lesson I've actually learned doing the MBA. And apart from that, this is what I truly value. It's definitely a transformative experience with others. As you can see, it really creates the bonds and network, which enriches the future opportunities and friendship. I mean, this is true till this moment, where I've met many medical directors, CEOs directly, because of the advantage that I have with my MBA healthcare management. And that actually gave me a upfront advantage. So they listen to you, they value your knowledge, and they're willing to listen to you because they know that you bring something to the table. And based on that, you easily for you to build your network among your the environment, especially the healthcare environment. Yeah. And as you can see, as you move on in this field, your decision-making skills becomes better. As you know, you tend to look at the various perspectives behind every decision in the healthcare, especially in the hospital. Not only hospital, any healthcare business, right? It can be a pharmaceutical, it can be a medical equipment where, these decision-making skills actually make you more self-confident, yeah, to talk to someone who has a better knowledge than you. So you know what you're talking about. So of course, one of the last final things, it really helped me to reach out in different job perspectives. As your doctor, medical doctors, once you have this MBA, it just opens up your opportunity. It opens up the opportunity in hospitals, clinical companies, clinical trial companies, pharmaceutical. You just can venture out in anywhere, right? And definitely, I can't object this. It really helps you to stand out in the job application process. So you have this MBA, you definitely can, you'll be the top applicants that the employees actually looking forward. Yeah, and to be honest, yes, I've attended quite a number of interviews because of this MBA healthcare management. Yeah, so that's a little thing. That's a small, not say small, quite a number of experience I had with my MBA healthcare management, which I've actually completed last year. And I would say IMU and the faculty really embraced me in that. And I'm thankful for IMU and to all of my professors. Yeah, so that's all. Thank you. Back to you, Prof.
All right, thank you, Dr. Niti. Thank you for the experience sharing. Okay, yeah. So we had 4 different presentation. Okay, from me as the program structure, from Prof. Adina looking at how the MBA works and how MBA helps the medical doctors, and Dr. T shared on her experience, how she's coping out with the program, and Dr. Niti by sharing on how the MBA really helps him to move on the management side. Okay, all right. So now I'm looking at the Q&A. Let me share the questions. Right. The first question is there a bursary for masters? All right. So I'll answer this. Yeah. So currently we don't have any special bursaries that given out, but if you are IMU student, you'll be given a certain percentage of discount. Okay, if you're IMU student, if you're IMU alumni, then you'll be getting certain percentage of discount. But for those who are coming from other universities, we haven't got any bursary for time being. I hope I answer your question. Right, the next question. This is from Chan. I'm interested in the certificate program, but I'm currently doing my MBA and still have 2 more subjects, 1 final year project to go. May I know when is the next certification program open for enrollment? Thank you. All right, for postgraduate certificate, it will be open up in next year, March 2023. Okay, if you're coming for a master's program, we are having our next intake in September 2023. If you're coming for postgraduate certificate, it'll be March 2024. I hope I answered your question, Mr. Chan. Right, so any other question from the participants? I only can see 2 here. Is this program available part-time or in distance learning? Okay, let me answer that. Right, so it's available as a part-time as well as a full-time. Okay, and we don't call it a distance learning, we call it a hybrid mode. It means students can attend the class anywhere from Malaysia or overseas. We have students from Dubai, we have students from Sabah, we have students from Sarawak. Right, so they will attend according to the class timing in the online, where we have this what we call as a hybrid session. Okay, and when are the classes held? So during weekends, yes, Saturdays and Sundays. Okay, it goes started at 9 and finishes around 4 to 5 p.m. Yep, depending on the module lecturer and how much topic is covered on the day. Okay, and the question, are there any exam for this program? I'll throw this to Dr. Niti. Can you answer this? Are there any exam for the programs?
Yeah, definitely. I think we have exam every end of every semester. Apart from that, I think we have the coursework. Depending on the credit hours, at on average of 2 to 3 coursework every module, and end of every module we have the final examination.
Right, thank you. To add on to Dr. Niti, for out of 13 modules, there are only 4 modules have final exam. Apart from these 4 modules, another 9 modules will be 100% coursework, which is we're having assignments, discussions, case studies, which is evaluated and given marks by the module lecturers. Okay, and next question will be Prof. Alina, to you. Will there be a secured job from IMU for BA graduates?
Well, IMU doesn't give you any secure jobs. Okay, so the thing is that we don't have how to say it, job vacancies. Okay, not in IMU anyway, but there are many organizations now asking for healthcare managers to be there. What is happening is that a lot of non-medical organizations are also asking for healthcare managers, because when the COVID struck, everybody was caught unaware, and they suddenly now they know that how important health is. Many organizations don't have what's called occupational safety and health managers there, so now they're looking into that already. And I think with actually COVID actually was the factor that actually pushed the healthcare management to another level. So I think once you have got the degree, what you need to do is that before you graduate, you can actually look into all the websites in job vacancies, and you can see that there's many jobs available. Okay? Not only in Malaysia, it's all over the world. So you can explore, and you can also look into areas that are beyond the hospitals and clinics. Okay. You can look into the pharmaceutical industry, you can look into insurance companies, you can look into big organizations, conglomerates, like for example like Petronas and all that. But of course, some of these, they actually need more specialist skills to add it to the MBA HM that you have. Well, when you come aboard, I think we will actually call some people who are in the industry to come and talk, and you can have a good idea of what it is all about. So like I said, if you want to really try it out first, maybe you can come for the micro credentials so that you can actually see what is it that we are doing, who our competitors are, where they lie, and what is happening in the ground right now, so that you will have a more open view of what is happening, and then you can decide to join the whole course. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Dr. Tay, you want to add anything on this? How MBA helps to the secure job or to open up your horizon in a new job?
It did for me. During my transition from a medical officer in KKM to my current job right now as an aesthetic doctor, indeed the MBA play a major factor, because they are looking into my ability to help promote their clinics, as well as to be involved in the marketing programs and such. So I would say my CV definitely stand out because of the MBA program, and it definitely helped me to get all the job offers because of the MBA program. So yeah, I think it helps to heighten up your level for a bit, and I think it will definitely help you in your career as well.
Thank you, Dr. T. Dr. Niti, you want to share? I think he was talking about networking and also it's open up your vision as well after completing MBA program.
Yeah, talking on that, definitely it is. You know, all our guest lecturers are from the prominent figures. So we have, all the like CEOs, the CEOs, some of the professors. So I personally have actually approached them, texted them, called them directly, seeking for opportunities. And yet we have, I had a lot of personal direct interview meeting sessions with all the prominent figures. So yeah, that's one of the fantastic, how to say, one of the valuable asset that we have in this program. Like what Prof said just now, all the guest speakers, they really they don't just stop at the level where they give lectures, but they also go all way out for us to value us as well.
Right. Thank you. To add on to Dr. Niti, Prof. Alina, and Dr. T, I would like to share how this MBA program helps our students here. There's a two clear example I can put. It's a proud example that we have in MBA program. In first cohort, a student came in to register our program. When the person registered, she was a manager. Nearing her conclusion, she was promoted to be COO in a hospital. That's happened in the first batch, which is we started back in 2018. Similarly, in 2021, another student who came in as a manager, right? Nearing his completion, he was promoted to CEO of particular department. So there's a living example that how this MBA program really push our students to the next level and they move to the management, senior management. We are proud to say they are our alumni. I hope that's answered the question on how the MBA works. Yeah. The next question, what's the difference between part-time and full-time? Okay, I'll answer this. For part-time and full-time, the first thing will be the duration of completion. If full-time, you'll be completing within 15 months. If part-time, you'll be completing in 27 months. Okay, and we did share that the classes are on weekends, Saturday and Sunday. Right? For example, let's say a particular module going for 6 weeks. Okay, if full-time student, they'll be taking modules in Saturday, one module on Saturday and one module on Sunday for next 6 weeks. All right, if full-time, yeah. If part-time, they can select between Saturday or Sunday. That's the only difference. The timing, the day are always on weekends. For full-time, Saturday and Sunday. For part-time, is either Saturday or Sunday, depending on which module I take it. Full-time student will be taking 2 modules per weekend. Part-time student will be taking 1 module per weekend. Okay, I hope I answered the question. Right, next question, Prof. For you, Prof. I'm not a healthcare professional. Can I join the program? Will it be more challenging for me?
The answer is that yes, you can join the program because we've got lawyers, we've got pharmacists, we have got nurses, we have got siapa lagi ya, Dr. Vijay? Just
surveyors.
Yes. Yeah, so we have got so many. So, and some of them actually are doing quite well. How to say it? They actually have contributed a lot to the projects that we've got. And yeah, seeing their views is also very interesting because they see it from a different perspective, you know. So that rather than doctors, they see it from the end of the medical side, but these people, they can see it from another angle, and it's very interesting. I've been usually I give them very good marks because they see it from a different point of view, and it is something that's eye-opening for me also. I'm learning a lot from the students myself. Thank you so much.
You, Prof. The next question, how can I apply for hybrid session? All right, once you enroll to MBA program, the program automatically considered as a hybrid session. Yeah, so we don't have a specific link or specific application for hybrid session. Once you register for MBA program or PGC or PGD, you'll be enrolled in the hybrid session. Okay, I think I answered the question as well. Okay, any other questions? Okay, I'm working in Vietnam. Is it compulsory for me to be on campus for exams? Okay. Hey, you want to say about this, about exams?
Yeah, sure. So our exam, there are a few types, like Dr. Vijay mentioned just now. Some of the modules we have only assignments as well as presentations. So assignments itself you submit into our online portal, which is eLearn. Other than that, you have presentations which can go online or live during our hybrid session. Other than that, for exams, we usually we use the online program actually. So it's actually live. We'll click into a link that is provided by the Teams itself, Microsoft Teams, and then from there you answer all the questions. And once it's done, you just submit the question. That's all. You don't have to be physically here in the campus in order to take the exam. So the answer for this, no, you don't. It's not compulsory.
Right. Thank you. So I hope I answered the question. Yeah. So not necessary to be here physically. You can always be in Vietnam, right? You can present, you can discuss. And also when it comes to final exam, written exam, yes, we have platforms, which allows you to join online and to complete the exam and submit according to the time frame given by the exam unit. Right. So any more questions? We can go for another 2 questions. If there are any other further questions, okay. Dr. Niti, for you.
Yeah, sure.
Question to Dr. Niti. I'm a marketing manager of one of the private hospital in Negeri Sembilan. Judging from the extensive workload in private hospital, do you think full-time module will be too much heavy for healthcare working in private sector?
All right. All right. Just to answer that, yes, I did full-time module. Hello, can you hear me? Can I, Prof?
Yes, yes, can.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I did my MBA HM in full-time, and I worked in a private hospital, and it was during the peak hours of COVID, and I was directly involved in the disaster management for COVID in my hospital. Yes, it is tough, no doubt in that, but what actually saved me, managed to go across this entire MBA is a consistency that we engage every day in the studying, reading, and completing the coursework. So instead of putting things towards the end, I think it is possible, it is doable to complete as a full-time, even though you are totally engaged in your work in a private hospital. I think the answer, to be short, consistency. You have to diligently do the reading, studying, and completing all your homeworks on a consistent basis. Yes, it is possible.
Thank you, Dr. Niti. Prof. Alina, any advice for students who want to do full-time and working in private hospitals?
It depends on your workload. Actually, I think if your workload is a lot and you're regularly on call, I would advise you to do part-time. Don't do full-time, because some of them are working doctors. So we have had some issues with those who are working and they have got to go on call. Okay, especially if they're from another country. Okay, so but a lot of problems there because of the time difference and all that. But if you are a doctor and you are working clinical line and you are on call, please go on part-time because you can only handle one module in a week. I mean, in a block, you cannot handle two. It's going to be quite hectic for you because we give you assignments and you have to complete those before you come for the next class. So sometimes you find a little bit of a problem there. But if you are not, you are already a manager somewhere where you can actually get time off, then you can actually come to the classes. I remember when I was doing my MBA, I was not in clinic. Yeah, I was not. Yeah, I was already I was already in management. So that means I was only attending clinics only in the daytime and not every day. So I could go for the full-time course, which was 1 year, 1.5 years. Okay, complete it on time. But it's very hectic. I can tell you, it's very hectic because my course was almost all exam-based. Okay, there were very few assignment-based at that time. Okay, so do consider that. That's why I said come and try out for the micro credential first. Then you know how it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. Right, to add on to the question, yeah. I also did my MBA when I was holding a manager level position. Yes, it's going to be tough, but again, you're consistent towards completing the program and also your effort make differences, whether you can complete within the time frame or not. All right, so always come back to you, whether you can cope up with the particular program and also how you're going to manage your time. Okay. Right. Okay, I think I did answer all the questions. We can go for one last one if anyone have questions. Any last questions before we end our session here? Okay, all right. I don't see any questions. So, yep, there are no further questions. I would say thank you very much for joining us. And I hope this particular briefing on our program from IMU on the Masters of Business in Healthcare Management will give you insight. And also, hopefully we can see you as a student in IMU in coming September 2023, or for those who want to do PGC can come on next year, March 2024. Right. So with that, I will say thank you very much to all the participants. And also I would like to say my personal thank you to Prof. Adina, Dr. Niti, and Dr. T for attending to this session and supporting the program and supporting to market our program to our new potential students. Right. I think there's one more question. Just hold on. Yeah. Okay. All right. No more. Thank you very much. And have a pleasant day. Good night. Take care and see you guys soon.